Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at trigonometry and some questions and answers. Here I have some missing side questions. I want you to pause the video and have a go, and make sure you give your answers to one decimal place. Pause the video and have a go. Welcome back. Now, let's look at the first question. Remember, we're going to be using so, ka, toa. First of all, let's label the triangle. Now, this side has to be the opposite, as it's opposite the angle. This one has to be the hypotenuse, as it's opposite the right angle. And therefore, this one is the adjacent. Now, we want to find x, which is h, and we're given 20, which is o. Therefore, we have h and o. And so is the only one that has both o and h in it. Therefore, we're using so. We then do sine, and in brackets put the angle. And now we look at so. We're looking for x, which is h. So we cover up h. We're left with o over s. So we're going to put o on top of sine 34. So we get 20 over sine 34. Now, let's plug this into our calculator. We click the fraction button, put 20. We then put sine, which is here, and then 34. We then click equal, and we get 35.765833, which is 35.8 to one decimal place. So our answer is 35.8. Now let's look at this question. Let's label the triangle once again. Now, opposite the right angle, hypotenuse, opposite the angle, O, and next to is A, adjacent. Now that we've done that, we can look at what we're given and what we're trying to find. We're trying to find x, which is A, and we're given O, which is 7. Now, which one has both O and A? That's right, toa. So we're going to use toa. Cover up the one we're trying to find, which is A, and we're left with O over tan. So we do O, which is 7, over tan, and in brackets, 48. Now this equals, if we put it into our calculator, fraction 7 over tan 48 gives us 6.3 to one decimal place. Therefore, our answer is 6.3. Finally, this question. Let's label the triangle once again. Opposite the right angle, H. Opposite the angle, O. And next to is A. We're trying to find O, which is x, and we're given h, which is 11. So O and h is what we're going to use. Now, look at these. Which one has both O and h? So we're going to use so, which is sine. We do sine, put the angle in brackets, and we cover up the one we're trying to find. X is O, O is here, and O is on top. So we cover it up and get sine times h. Therefore, it's sine in brackets 58 times 11. And let's plug this into our calculator once again. Sine 58 times 11 gives us 9.3285, so on and so on. To one decimal place, we just get 9.3. Hopefully you understand these questions. Now I'm going to show you a few questions on missing angles. Here I now have some questions on the missing angle. Pause the video and have a go. Welcome back. Remember, we're going to use so, ka, toa. Now, let's begin with this one. Labeling the triangle, we get O because it's opposite the angle, H because it's opposite the right angle, and therefore this is A, adjacent. Now, we have H and O, as they both have a value assigned to them. Therefore, we're going to use one that has both H and O. So, now, it's going to be sine minus 1. And the way you get that is by pressing shift sign. And then in the brackets, we will have a fraction. In this case, we have O over H. So it'll be 10, which is O, and 14, which is H. So it'll be sine minus 1, 10 over 14. If we put this into our calculator, we can see what the answer is. We do shift, sine, to give us the sine minus 1. We then click the fraction button and get 10 over 14. Our answer is 45.58. And like before, give your answer to 1 decimal place. Therefore, our answer is 45.6 degrees. Let's look at this question. This side is opposite the angle O. This side is opposite the right angle H. Therefore, this is A. Now let's look for one with A and H, which is K. A and H. We then do cos minus 1 and a fraction. We have A over H. So in this case, 2 is A, and it's over H, which is 12. Now let's plug this into our calculator. We get cos, shift cos, then 2 over 12. This gives us 80.405, which to 1 decimal place is just 80.4 degrees. Now our final question here. This is O opposite the angle, H, the hypotenuse, opposite the right angle, and therefore this is A. Now, we don't have H, but instead we have O and A. TOA, as TOA has O and A. Now, we do tan minus 1, and in the brackets, a fraction with O over A, which is 5 over 7.5. Let's put this into our calculator. Shift, tan, a fraction, 5 over 7.5, close the bracket. We then get 33.69. To 1 decimal place, that is 33.7 degrees. Hopefully you found this video interesting and useful, and I want you to make sure that you'll check out the other videos on HKN Studypedia. Thanks for watching and have a good day.